Do you want an easier way to set up your class? An easier way to run your class with shortcuts? You seem to be clicking around too much and want something faster and easier? Well, there is something for you in Blackboard. It's called session plans. So in the same way that you create a PowerPoint and you upload that to your Blackboard, there are session plans that you also load up to your Blackboard. You will open what's called a session plan like this. You create it in another program. I'll show you that. But I'll show you how I set up my classroom using a session plan. You get something that looks like this. It's uploading. And I keep my session plan open for all of my classes because it's got some really great shortcuts that you don't have to click around forever trying to access. The first one is a compound action. I'll show you that in just a minute. But I can just, with one arrow, set up my entire room by just doing this one thing. I do shrink my screen so that I can have this off to the side, but I end up setting up my room. These are my two hallways. You can see the two breakout rooms were created. My polling tools have been set. The camera tool has been set, so I have two cameras open. My breakout rooms now are loaded, and I can just have just open my whiteboard plan that I have set up here. Ooh, I think this is the right one. And it loads up everything ready to go. Now my class is ready except for setting the timer. The session plan doesn't set up the timer for me with just one click, but you'll see I have everything ready to go with my tools set up the way I want them. A whole bunch of things behind the scenes that's been done with one click. Now, in class, have you ever had somebody type, "I can't hear," and you don't on camera roll your eyes, but in your mind you roll your eyes because you know you've got to type out a lot of things. This session plan is great because you can have preset chat messages go into chat. So for example, if somebody says they can't hear, then I click on this one and it gives a message with one click. Make sure you run Audio Wizard. Takes away a lot of time. If somebody is acting like a screwball, typing in or spamming, I will send that one, and it really kills a lot of issues. There's one that is a reminder for the help lab. If I need to say, "Hey, remember, come to the help lab," and they say, "When is it?" I don't have to sit there and type where everything is. Other ones you can set to have as announcements. So for example, I set my kids to go to breakout rooms. Now, these are automatic breakout rooms that I can split my kids up into groups of 2, 3, or 4 with one click. I can't show you that right now because there's nobody in the room, but I can set them up, have them pre-done, and all I have to do is go, "Okay, we're working in a group of 2," and then go plink and click this, and it will say, have everybody split automatically in groups of 2. When they're in groups of 2, I can set a timer like this without any problem. Just go, "Oh, I think this is a 2-minute activity," or, "Oh, I think this is a 1-minute activity. Oops, I have to cancel it out." You can't go crazy like that and go just change it like that. Cancel it out and then change it. In any case, when I set the timer like this, I can send a note to everybody as an announcement and say, "Hey, we'll be returning to the main room when the timer goes off." So a general announcement that goes to everybody in all the breakout rooms. I don't have to go up to tools and then announcements. It cuts down a ton of time. The other thing that's really nice is that when we're done with the activity, the timer goes off. Blink, timer goes off. I can return everybody to the main room. I don't have to go up to tools and then breakout rooms or return to everybody to the main room. I have it all sitting right here. I can start my class recording. I can end the class recording. Start. Oh, one of them doesn't say stop. Oh, pause the class recording. I can do that, all of that right here. Now, this is a generic session plan that I use for all of my classes. I don't set up a session plan for every single class. It's just a generic one that I have for all of my classes. This one is one that I use. The other one that I use is the session plan for Help Lab. So this is what I do for Help Lab. We'll get rid of these two breakout rooms. We don't need them anymore because we're pretending this is now a Help Lab. By just clicking through like this, you'll see that I set up the entire 6th grade Help Lab with just clicking this button. I have everything set up, room set up. This is polling tools or that compound action. Everything set up, and then I just have to go and upload the slides and then move them into the different breakout rooms. The only things that the session plan doesn't do, well, at least I can't figure out how to do it, is it doesn't allow me to have participants move themselves to their own breakout rooms. I can't figure out how to do that. So I do that. And then of course set that timer when Help Lab will get started. Now to remind you that this is not something you program in, the session plan is not something you program in Blackboard. You have to actually have what's called Illuminate. And I took a couple of pictures. Oops, that's not going to work. I took a couple of pictures of what it looks like when it loads up on your computer, and what you might have to go to the web, go look for to download this program. It's called Illuminate Plan. This is what it looks like when you have it on your computer and you click on it. This is when it's loading up, and this is the actual icon. You may have to go to Google and download it. But when you have it, I'll show you my Science Help Lab, my science class setup. I don't know why I said Science Help Lab. My science class setup, it looks like this. I have my two slides that I use for my breakout rooms. Those are loaded in here. All you have to do is drag a document in here, and it will ask you if you want to change it to whiteboard. So I'm loading a document in here, and it'll say if you want to convert it, and you say, yes, I would love to convert it. I always convert it to the highest monitor resolution and then click OK, and it will put it in there so that you have it for yourself. This is a compound action. So remember when I was setting up my room, I could just do it with one click. These are all the things that I do with just one click. So I have my two breakout rooms. I have my polling set. I have my talking audio to the talkers that I want between 1 and 6. Cameras I have set at 2. And then these are all the different chats that I can automatically go to. You can change any of these. I have one that has Go Formative on here so that when I have the Go Formative website, it actually will give them the code of the last Go Formative, so I don't have to type where's the link and I can't find the code when it's sitting on the screen. But that's a whole nother video. I have it right there that I can just click on it. The class codes for Explore Learning, I have those written in there also. The USA test prep link. So when you get this session plan, you can edit any of these over here. It's so much easier to create a session plan when you have things already set up and worked through a little bit, and you just have to edit it. Up here is where you get all these actions for setting new chats or having multimedia. I haven't done things like this, but the polling I have set up. Again, I'm using it as a general thing to quickly set up my classes the same format every time, so then I can go in and edit it. It's a great time saver. The chat part right here, if you have that chat return to main room, here's where you send it as an announcement. So things like that. Ladies and gentlemen, this is just the basics of session plan work. You have to set it you have to create your session plan outside of the classroom, just like you create your PowerPoints outside of the classroom and then upload them in. I hope this is helpful. Have a great day.